Hello, beautiful souls. This is your energy forecast for the week of January 18th through the 24th. I'm Portia with Soul Card Studio, and welcome to the full third week of 2026. So we're getting deeper into the year and this month. A lot of good things are happening this month, so let's dive into the card of the week, which is the Two of Hearts. So the Two of Hearts is really the card of sacred partnerships, the card of soulmates, deep emotional connection. And the Two of Hearts asks this week, or actually says, true partnership is the meeting of the souls and not the bodies. If this weekly energy forecast has basically grounded you this week or given you insight to your energy this week, then definitely like, subscribe, and share this video and this channel with someone else who can benefit from this information. Remember, by you sharing this information helps Soul Card Studio channel grow and reach more beautiful souls just like yourself. So let's dive into this week's energy forecast, starting with the astrology. All right, this week is all about new beginnings and a complete energetic shift, with the week starting off with the new moon. The new moon happened on Saturday, about 2, almost 3 p.m. Eastern time, in the 28th degree of Capricorn of all things, so at the end of Capricorn. And so we are still feeling the effects of that new moon on Sunday, of course, which is perfect, right? So we're starting a new week under a new moon energy, so it's a perfect week to set your intentions and start fresh this week with new beginnings. Now, we also have the new moon conjuncting Mars and Mercury as well, with Venus and Pluto in early Aquarius too. And guess what else? The sun is in Aquarius on Sunday, January 18th as well. So we are starting the Aquarius season, starting this week. So we have the sun moving into Aquarius. We have Venus in Aquarius, right? We have a couple of other planets there. So a lot of free-flowing thoughts and energy with Aquarius season. And so now we're moving from the structure of Capricorn to, structure and rules, of course, into ideas and free-flowing, right? That's what Aquarius is, right? Aquarius is visionary energy, and we're embodying that starting the beginning of this week between Sunday and Monday. Now, also on Monday, we have Mercury entering Aquarius on top of that. So this also gives us a beautiful moment of mental clarity. And so look forward to that on Monday. Of course, Mercury is a fast-moving planet. It's one of the inner planets. And so those moments come and go pretty quickly. So take advantage of the Mercury energy while it's present. Now, your lunar flow for this week, the way the moon is moving, we're starting off in Aquarius. Starting off in Capricorn with the new moon in Capricorn on Sunday. And then by the end of the week, though, we will have moved all the way to Aries. And so Capricorn, the moon will be under the influence of Capricorn under the dates of January 18th and 19th, which is basically Sunday and Monday. And with that, you'll be feeling grounded to have intentions evolve into visionary thinking. So it's really about taking that Capricorn energy, that grounded, disciplined energy, that structured energy, and then moving it into a more fluid action that you can take into more visionary thinking, right? So Aquarius energy is not as rigid as Capricorn. And so you'll feel that shift in lunar energy during those 2 days. Now, we also have on January 20th to the 22nd, the moon moving from Aquarius into Pisces. And so with Pisces, it comes innovation and softens into empathy and imagination. On January 23rd to the 24th, we have the moon moving from Pisces into Aries. And so this is going to have you turn your dreams into inspired actions, right? Because Pisces is a very illusionary planet. It deals in the realm of dreams, spirituality, whereas Aries is more fire sign, is action oriented. And so take those visions and actually do something with it under the Aries moon coming up at the end of the week. Let's jump into the numerology for the week. So you know that we're in a number two, universal two month, with January being the first month, and then also we're in a 1 year, 1 + 1 is 2. So with that being said, we are starting off with two energy this week with Sunday, January 18th. So that's double partnership energy under this new moon. So really, this is really about setting your intentions in your relationships. And how befitting is it that the new moon is occurring under a number two energy, because the 2 and the 7 are moon numbers. They're the water numbers as well. And so, emotions are very fluid. And that's why, the moon governs our emotions. Water tends to be fluid, just like our emotions are, right? And so this is really about asking yourself, what are you holding on to emotionally that must be released under this new moon energy, right? This is about starting new in love and how you show up in your partnerships. And again, it goes back to being an individual in a partnership, right? Not being lost or lose your identity in your relationship, instead of being a sovereign individual and using their relationship to amplify who you are, more so getting lost in the identity of the relationship. And so today, those who were born under the 2nd, the 7th, the 11th, the 16th, the 20th, the 25th, or the 29th of any month, or who walks the life path 2 or 7, this new moon is your partnership power day. Okay, so take advantage of the energy if you're born under any of those dates or under that life path influence. Now on Monday, we have January 19th, which starting off in day 3 energy. And 3 is the number of creative expression. And so also we have the sun entering into Aquarius. And so this is expression meeting innovation. So this is a great time for you to communicate your needs. Those who were born under the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th any month, or walk a life path 3, use Monday as your day for creative expression and manifestation, right? Because that energy is going to be there to support you on that. Now, on Tuesday, January 20th, we have day 4 energy, and we also have Mercury in Aquarius on that day as well. So day 4 energy is really what I call the foundation day. This is the day to set structure, to plan long-term, to be more disciplined, right? And so if you're looking to start a diet or some type of discipline action, maybe that's waking up earlier or something like that, then this would be the day to start that habit, because it will support you and be more disciplined in your actions. Now, anyone who was looking to build a structure, authentic connection, this would be the day to do that, right? So this would be the day to structure authentic connection under this day 4 energy, because again, 4 love structure. So anyone who's born under the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of any month, or the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of any month as well, because 1 and 4 are the sun numbers. Or if you walk a life path 1 or 4, then use today to build solid foundations, right? Because the energy is going to be right for you to do that. Now, on January 21st, we have day 5 energy. And so this day is really going to be about a breakthrough, because we're going to have Mercury giving us more clarity today under that Mercury and Aquarius influence. And so this is really about mental clarity about relationships. So this is going to probably hit you like a ton of bricks this day. And remember, 5 is that energy of freedom. So I wouldn't be surprised if some people break up on the 21st because of that 5 energy supporting that. I mean, 5, it easy come, easy go with that 5 energy. It doesn't get tied down. And so, it doesn't let any moss gather. So I would definitely be looking out for that type of energy to happen on the 21st. So that is day 5 energy. Also with Mercury being Aquarius, you're going to have mental clarity about your relationship. And those who get an energy boost on that day under that 5 energy, well, those are those who are born under the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of any month, or anyone who walks the life path 5, then you get an extra boost this day. You're probably one of those people having this energy hit you the hardest as far as the breakthrough that you're going to have with your relationship, right? The clarity that this day is going to bring to you. Now, on January 22nd, that is the day 6 energy. And, day 6 is energy of responsibility, family, and harmony. And so this is about balancing your needs with theirs. So if you're looking at the common theme this week, it is about partnerships, because we are under the 2 of Hearts influence. And so this week, we're really going to be taking a hard look of how we show up in our relationships, and if it's supporting if it's giving us what we need, basically. But more so, and this is what I urge you to really look at, is the relationship within, right? Because relationships cultivate within first. And so you need to see how you shown up for yourself first before you can see or measure yourself against others. So on day 6 energy, those who get that boost would be anybody who's born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of any month, or anyone who walks a life past 6. Use that day 6 energy for harmony and service to others. Now on January 23rd, we have day 7 energy. So day 7, you already know, it's about spiritual insights, using your intuition more. And so trust divine timing in your relationship on this day, right? Trust your intuition. Follow your gut instinct, right? It's not all about what you think. It's also about what you feel and what you know already and what's in here. And those who get an energy boost on the 23rd will be anybody who's born on the 2nd, the 7th, the 11th, the 16th, the 20th, or the 16th, the 25th, and the 29th of any month, or anyone who walks the life path 2 or 7, you get a boost on the 23rd. And so this is a boost for you to have more spiritual insights on that day, right? Because you're connected to that energy more so than anyone else. Now on January 24th, which is Saturday, that's going to be day 8 energy. And this is perfect, right? Because 8 is all about manifestation and power. This is your power day. And so claim your worth in your partnerships, right? Claim your self-worth, claim your sovereignty, claim your identity, whatever it is that you must take back in your relationship in order for you to be who you need to be, or show up the way that you need to be in that relationship. Then definitely use that day 8 energy to manifest that. Now, those who are born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of any month who walks the life path 8, this is your power manifestation day. So don't take it lightly. You, more so than others, have the power to manifest whatever it is or whatever intentions that you're setting during this time under this energy influence. And so if you notice, there's a little common theme happening this week. We're going from partnership to expression, to foundation to change, then to harmony, then to faith, and then we're winding back up on power. So this is really a complete cycle of relationship mastery if you look at it. Close out 2025 in alignment, not burnout. Grab your divine aligned candle and journal to bring peace and purpose and divine timing into your days and to relax this holiday season. You can get 15% off all candles and journals right now on the website with the code HOLIDAYS. Just go to the soulcardstudio.com/shop, pick out your journal and your candle that aligns with you best. Again, these are tools to help you on your journey and help you transition into 2026 with ease. Now, of course, if you're looking for more, I do have the calendar for 2026, and that is our Cardology calendar here for Soul Card Studio. And this calendar is more than just a calendar. It is actually a learning tool. So educate yourself each month as we have powerful monthly affirmations, also monthly journals, and then we have the daily energy. As you can see, each day is marked with the card energy of the day. So grab your calendar. It's a digital download, all for $11.11 right now. So awaken your soul and find your path right here at soulcardstudio.com. So the card that's guiding us this week is the Two of Hearts. And the Two of Hearts is also known as the soulmate card. And so let's break down this card like I always do. So let's look at the number 2. So 2 represents partnerships, relationships, balance, harmony, right? And then we have the heart, which basically represents emotions. And so the Two of Hearts is really about forming heart-centered relationships and also healing heart-centered relationships as well. And so this is really about bonds that honor the heart. Now, when we look at the Two of Hearts, the positive side of it is intimate connections, being a great networker, also being really in intimate relationships, right? And so that Two of Hearts is really good. If you were born under the energy of the Two of Hearts, then you definitely feel this. And then the shadow side of the Two of Hearts, or the negative side of the Two of Hearts, I have to say, is people pleasing, emotional distress, emotional codependency. So that can show up on the negative side of the card. So the two in this energy is really represents duality. And so the duality is between yourself and another, or it could be yourself and your higher self, right? And so sometimes we need to look at the self within and not without, and see how we're showing up for our own selves, right? For our own personal gains, and how we are looking to treat ourselves, and how are we showing up personally for ourselves. And so the two also represents deep connection, whether that's romantic or platonic. It doesn't always have to be a love relationship. It could be a sacred partnership that's rooted in equality, emotional vulnerability and intimacy, the balance between giving and receiving, and then learning to be whole, right, within the connection. And this is the centered theme for this week. If you have been paying attention throughout the video, right, it's all about you being a sovereign individual in your partnerships, right? Not losing your identity or who you are in your partnerships, not people pleasing, not shrinking or playing a small role in your relationships, right? And so this really what the theme of the week is about, and what this card is, this heart centered card is all about. Now, the high vibration, if you're expressing on the high side of this card this week, then you'll be forming deep and authentic partnerships, right? Or at least becoming deeper in your current relationships. Balance your energy exchange, right? Fair exchange, no robbery, right? You don't want to give too much or take too much. You want to make sure that it's equal. Emotional transparency, being upfront about how you feel. And then we have togetherness without losing individuality, right? You don't want to lose yourself within your relationship. I know, ladies, look, I'm talking to you. I know I'm guilty of myself. When I was younger, I was always under my man all the time, never hanging out with my friends, losing my identity of who I was and what I like to do. And sometimes that's not good, right? It's not healthy, because you are an individual before you came into this partnership. And so you need to cultivate yourself. And so this is really what this week is really centralized around, is about how to love yourself more and be able to show up in your relationship as a complete sovereign being, right? And allowing the relationship or the other person to amplify you and not define you. Now, the shallow expression of this card this week, if you're expressing it, well, you're gonna be codependent. Like, that's just no two ways about it, because the Two of Hearts energy on the shadow side can just be very clingy, right? Clingy, codependent. That's not good, right? Or giving too much of yourself in a situation where you're not getting anything in return. Chasing love, right? Just chasing, embody it instead of embodying it, being love itself. Because oftentimes we think we're not worthy of love, or we think that, this person that we're after is the end all be all. But what about you? Aren't you the prize itself? And so we need to start looking at things in a different light and looking at ourselves as being worthy of anything that we deserve. Now, guarding your heart out of fear, that's a big no-no this week, because again, we're dealing with heart energy. So this is all about being vulnerable, being open. And then again, we're going back to losing the identity in the connection. That's a big no-no this week. And if you're doing that, then you're operating on the shadow side of the Two of Hearts energy this week. And so the Two of Hearts, the wisdom asks, can you be whole in a partnership and not just complete, right? How can you be a whole, complete individual without having to be completed within the relationship? With so much Aquarius energy happening this week, you're being asked to love freely and not fearfully, right? Freely and not fearfully. Speak your mind, speak your emotions, right? Communicate that to your loved ones, so that they understand how you feel. And if they're not with that, then maybe it's time to move on, but you'll make that decision yourself. You'll know what's right. So the mantra this week under this Two of Heart energy is, I am whole and I choose partnerships from wholeness, not need. I love deeply while staying true to myself. So I am whole. I choose partnerships from wholeness, not need. And I love deeply while staying true to myself. Very powerful. So it's time for this week's journal prompt. And as always, as I say, grab your Divine Aligned journal and sit with yourself for a moment. Take 4 deep breaths, inhale, exhale, and then begin to journal, right? Clear your mind so you can have a more heart-centered experience when you are journaling, right? You're coming from the soul more so than the logical mind. And the first journal prompt for this week, keeping with the theme of the Two of Hearts, right, is, am I looking for someone to complete me or compliment me, right? Am I looking for someone to complete me or compliment me? So oftentimes, and I know a lot of women, we're guilty of this, we look for a man to complete us, to make us feel whole, to make us feel secure, safe, whatever that feeling you think you can get from someone else's presence. But the truth of the matter is, you're already whole, you're already complete, and you're already secure, right? In spirit and with your higher self. And that's really the relationship that we should be mostly cultivating this week. But if you're in a relationship with someone else, you really need to step back to see, are you looking for this person to complete you, or are they complimenting you, right? Are they amplifying you in your energy? Are they helping you become a better person? Or are you looking for them to just fill the need of whatever void you think you're lacking? Now, the second journal question for this week is, where am I losing myself in my partnership, and how can I reclaim my wholeness? Where am I losing myself in my partnership, and how can I reclaim my wholeness? So, this question kind of veggie backs right off the first one, where you're asking yourself, are you looking for someone to complete you, or you compliment you? And if you are losing yourself in your partnership, then how can you reclaim your wholeness again, right? How can you be a complete without this other person? How can you be a sovereign individual but still be in this partnership as well, right? Because if you think about it, we came into whatever partnership relationship as an individual before we came connected to this person. So with that being said, how do you go back to claiming your individuality? And that may mean having some time or moments alone, maybe doing something for yourself without them, maybe taking up a hobby for yourself, right? It's all about fulfilling yourself and not being selfish, but really replenishing yourself so you can show up whole for that person, right? You have to fill your own cup sometimes in relationships in order to show up for that person. So really reflect on these questions. They're great journal prompts for the week, especially with the theme of the Two of Hearts. Happy birthday to those who are celebrating a birthday this week. Let's start off at the top of the week on Sunday, January 18th. Happy birthday to you. You are the 9 of Diamonds. Plus, we got the new moon energy happening on that day as well, so you get a little extra boost on your birthday. And the 9 of Diamonds is also known as Universal Values card. So you're here to share abundance. Now, your challenge can be overgiving, right? And so your gift, though, is generosity and gratitude. So always remember that as the 9 of Diamonds. Now, happy birthday to you if you're born on Monday, January 19th, which is also the start of the Aquarius season. So you are the 8 of Diamonds. Now, the 8 of Diamonds, also known as the Sun card, because it is the card that sits at the top row of the spread. But also we can call the 8 of Diamonds the power and money card as well. So this card, it allows you to manifest effortlessly. So you probably manifest with ease if you were born on January 19th, because you are the 8 of Diamonds. And your challenge is excessiveness, right? You can be too much, right? Buying too much, being a hoarder, holding on to too many things, right? Because remember, diamonds deal with the material world, right? Diamonds deal with value and material abundance. So you really have to watch that and kind of check yourself as the 8 of Diamonds, because that 8 energy is all about amplification, right? And that 8 energy is going to make everything excessive, right? Because it's all about abundance when it comes to that number 8. So your gift, though, was actually creating balanced prosperity. So if you learn how to be balanced in your prosperity, then you will fare well in life as the 8 of Diamonds. Now, on January 20th, you were born that day, then you are the 7 of Diamonds. And so this is the spiritual value card, also known as the millionaire's card as well. And so you're learning what truly matters here. And so your challenge is attachment, right? Being attached to your emotional attachments and the things that you value. Really, that 7 energy is all about spirituality, right? Seeking within. but it's kind of opposed in the diamond energy, because diamond energy is also about the material world, and so therein lies the conflict of being the seven of diamonds. And so really has to deal with your earthly attachment, how attached you are to things and your material wealth, and how you allow that to identify you as the seven of diamonds. Now, your gift is about finding meaning in material success, because you can't just get something without meaning. It has to have a purpose in your life. Now, on January 21st, if you were born that day, then you are the Six of Diamonds. Happy birthday to you. And so the Six of Diamonds is also known as the financial responsibility card, which should be of no surprise to you, right? Because six is the number of responsibility, family, and balance. And so you, as the Six of Diamonds, well, you heal karma through balance giving. You have to give as well as take, right? Your mission in life is to give to others, but not only to gain wealth, but also to share the wealth as well. And so a lot of Six of Diamonds, the challenge for you guys will be financial worry, right? Worrying if you have enough to give, enough to do this and that. So that's one of the challenges that you face in life. But your gift is steady abundance, right? Because of that worry kind of fuels you to do things to make sure that you're secure, because six likes to be secure and balanced, right? January 22nd, if you were born that day, then you are the Five of Diamonds. And that is the travel and change card. Also the salesman card. You can also say that under the Five of Diamonds. Five energies just really does well with sales, right? Because of the change, freedom, adaptability. So five just does really well with sales. And so if you're the Five of Diamonds, then sales should probably be one category in life that you excel in. Now, you thrive on variety and also adaptability, as I said, because of that five energy. And then your challenge in life, though, is instability, because fives, again, it is not a stable number. It likes freedom. It likes change. It likes flexibility, right? Fives know how to adapt. They like to be sociable, right? It's a very on the go active number. And so your gift, though, is your freedom through your wisdom, right? So you're very wise. You know how to free yourself through complicated through situations and things like that. Because of that five energy, you're able to adapt through things in life. Now, the Four of Diamonds is your card if you were born on January 23rd. Happy birthday to you. You are also known as the foundation card, right? Financial foundation. And so you create security and legacy. And it's no wonder, because you're talking about four energy, right? Four loves structure. It loves planning. It loves discipline. And then you take that diamond energy and you mix it together. Well, you should be a financial planner, shouldn't you? Right? I mean, that should just follow you in life, because that's what fours love to do. And of course, money is the end all be all when it comes to people's security and peace of mind. So you really excel at making sure that you're financially secure and have what you need, more than what you need sometimes. And so you're also fueled by your challenge, which is fear of loss. Remember, security, that four loves to be secure, and so doesn't like to lose anything, especially when it comes to money and finances. But your gift though, is through that four energy, you have long-term stability. And so that's your blessing in life. Now, on January 24th, if you were born on Saturday, then you are the Three of Diamonds, my friend. Happy birthday to you, because you are the creative abundance card. And so you manifest through imagination, because three is creative energy, right? And so if you look at the number three, creative expression, creative energy, the artist card, the artist number. And so you will probably go through some artistic endeavors, right, to make money because of that three energy. And then you're coupled with the diamonds, right? And so that's your value, your success in life. But unfortunately, three energy tends to be scattered and sometimes, very not focused. And so your challenge is distractions, right? You can easily be distracted, and it's not hard to do under that three energy. And then also worry tends to come about under three energy too. So you'll probably be worried about money and financial security, not as much as the four, but it will come up. Now, your gift, though, is wealth through self-expression. So this is how you'll make your money, is through how you express yourself. And that's whether having a podcast or being able to write or either draw or paint, whatever that is, whatever that expression is, that's where your wealth lies. And so happy birthday to everybody who is celebrating a birthday this week, you brilliant diamond souls. Happy birthday to you. You embody abundance with grace, ease, and effortlessness. So in closing this week, true partnership is two whole people choosing each other daily. And the Two of Hearts invite you to build relationships that honor your individuality and your connection. With the new moon in Capricorn, you are planting intentions. And with the sun in Aquarius, you are expanding your vision. And so this week, you're being empowered in love, right? And so really it's asking you to show up whole and complete. Don't hide. Don't shrink in someone else's story, right? Show who you are authentically in love and be empowered, because oftentimes, we don't need someone to complete us. We need someone to see our completeness, right? And so this week is really empowering us to be not only connected, but also sovereign in love, right? To have that individuality plus the connection. So this week, again, is the third week in 2026, is being guided by the Two of Hearts. And so with that information this week, stay radiant, stay graceful, and also trust the process, but more importantly, trust yourself. See you next week. Take care.